All right. So for example, this first grouping here, 4, 8, and 14, the 4 is not a multiple of 3. It doesn't appear in the list, does it?
No.
Same with the 8 and same with the 14. They just don't appear in the list.
Mm-hmm.
4, 6, and 18. I'm sorry, 4, 16, and 48. 48, believe it or not, is a multiple of 3, but the first two are not. You see that? So they'd have to all be in the list here. Now, where we're going with this is that multiplication table that we look at all the time here. So let me grab that. So what we're really doing is looking at a row here, the row with 3 in it. Let me grab that here. So if we look at the row with 3 in it, do you see that it's got all these are all multiples of 3 in this row?
Yes.
Multiples of 3, yeah. But it doesn't go on forever. So if you get a number bigger than 45, you may have to do something different to figure out whether it's a multiple of 3 or not. Okay, let's go back and look at multiples of 4. So that's your multiplication table: 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and so on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So notice, like, these are all even. Do you see that? They're all even.
Yep.
And they're kind of like the multiples of 2. They just skip some of them. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go through our list here. Is 4, 8, 14, are they all multiples of 4? 4, 8, and 14.
Not the 14.
Nope. So that one's out. How about the 4, 16, and 48?
Yes.
Yeah, the 48's the one that's maybe unsure of, but yeah, that does work. Okay. How about 5, 6, and 12?
5. No.
Nope. How about 6, 9, and 13?
No.
Nope. And none of the rest actually are either. Okay, so let's look at the last one here, these multiples of 5. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. Notice these end in 0 or 5.
Yeah.
You see that? They end in 0 or 5.
Yep.
So which of the groupings down here in the bottom all end in 0 or 5?
The 10, 25, and 40.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. I think you've got that down. I think you've got that down really, really well here. Okay, so let's look at another list here. Let me do this differently.
Okay.
Okay, so let me snip in number. And again, if you have that multiplication table out, it will help. It will definitely help you. Okay, so let's look at these 3 numbers here. And we want to know if these are multiples of 2, 3, 4, or 5, or none. So let's start with multiples of 2. Are all of the numbers even?
No.
Which one is not even?
30?
If it ends in 0, 2, so even means that it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Ends in. So does 30 end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8?
Yes.
Yes. So this one is even. Yes, these are even. So these numbers are not multiples of 3. Can you tell me which one is not a multiple of 3?
The 8.
Yes, so that one's out. The 4 is a little bit harder
Mhm.
because they're all even. Which number in the group is not a multiple of 4?
30.
30, yeah. And which number is not a multiple of 5 in the group?
8 and 36.
Yes, that's very good. So this is only a multiple of 2. All right, let's try another one here. Let's look at these 3 numbers here. And you want to decide if these are a multiple of 2, 3, 4, or 5, or more than 1. Is it a multiple of 2?
Mm,
All the numbers have to be multiples of 2.
no.
No, it is not. Which number is not multiple of 2?
The 9.
9 and 27. All right. How about the multiples of 3?
It's even.
Say that again.
It's even.
Well, that's okay. Multiples of 3, though. Do you have your multiplication table?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
have that one, but I have a different one.
that's fine. As long as you've got one, that's what matters.
The 3. I don't see any for the 3. They don't have any. All 9, 27, and 36.
Are they in the row with 3? They should be in the row with 3.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so 3 works. What about 4?
Not 9 and 27 don't work for 4.
Okay, good. How about 5? Do any of the numbers work for 5?
No.
No, they don't. Okay, let's do one more here. Okay, are these numbers multiples of 2, 3, 4, or 5, or more than 1? I want you to try this one on your own, please.
Okay. So I told you if it's 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, or it could be more than 1. Basically, I want you to try this on your own.
Okay, I got one.
Okay, which one is it?
It's 5.
It is 5. Very good. Okay, let's go to some decimal division now. Let's say you want to take 0.75 and divide it by 3. So what you really want, this is really important here, is the second number, whatever you're dividing by, needs to be a whole number. And we'll look at that in the next problem here, but that's really important here. So it's 3 into 0.75. Sorry, did you say something?
No, it was my brother that was talking.
Okay, okay. So the from here, and I'll grab that multiplication table, or you said you've got one. That's even better rather than me snipping it each time. So how many times does 3 go into 7? And the idea is actually that you're supposed to be like, all right, 3, 6, 9. You're supposed to almost be able to write those out. But how many times does 3 go into 7?
3 going to 7. Michael, get out. Yeah. I don't have it.
Do you have an answer for me, Zoe, on this one? How many times does 3 go into 7?
No, I don't. No, I really don't know how to do it on my multiplication. That's
Okay, so let me snip in this table that we've been using.
no. Let's go. Michael, get out. I'm serious.
Zoe, is Michael out of the room, or do you need another minute or two?
Oh no, he's out.
Okay, so we look at row 3 and you find 7, or whichever 2 numbers it's between.
It's 2.
So 2. So 2 goes above the 7, and then you multiply the 2 and the 3.
2 and 3. That's 6.
Yes, you put that below the 7, and then you subtract.
1, and then you bring the 5 down.
Very good. Then you ask yourself, how many times does 3 go into 15?
5 times.
5 times. 5 times 3 is 15, and you should get a 0 down here. Now, where does the decimal go in your answer?
Wherever you have to line it up. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I can see why this is confusing for some, because it's just the way it goes. All right, so let's do another problem here. Let's do 12.66 divided by 0.3.
Okay.
Okay, now before you jump into this problem here, I mentioned this in the previous problem. You always want this number to be a whole number. Otherwise, it affects things like where you put the decimal. So what you're allowed to do is move the decimal to the right, but you have to do it for both of them. If you move this one to the right, then you also need to move this one to the right. So your new problem is 126.6 divided by 3. And that's what I want you to work on. That's what I want you to to try here. So it's 3 on the outside, 126.6 on the inside. Do you want me to snip down that multiplication table?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and give this one a try.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any questions.
I have one question.
Yes, go ahead.
I know I'm looking into the row number 3, but does it go 126 or just the 1? Or
So you start with the 1 and 3 does not go into 1. So then you look at the 12
that goes?
and that does work.
So we just bring down 1/6, right?
So you just bring down 1/6 because it ended up being 0 and yeah, you just bring down the 6. That's right.
And then after, do we ask ourselves how much 3 goes into 6?
That's right.
And then after, when we get 42, I got stuck on this part.
Yeah, so did you bring the other 6 down afterwards?
Yes.
Because you subtract again and you get 0, bring the 6 down, and then is this your final answer?
Yes.
Very good. All right, let's do one more before we transition to Michael for today. Since he interrupted a little bit of the lesson, let's do another promise. Let's go 2.58 divided by 0.2. 0.2. Sorry, I know this wasn't written really well. 0.2. So just like the last problem, this 0.2 is problematic, right? It really should be a whole number, or we want it to be a whole number. And you can do that by moving the decimal on both of these. So we move it to the right on both. Right, so that is
25.8 divided by
0.2. Like that, or I'm sorry, divided by 2. What am I doing here? Yeah, so now the 2 goes on the outside of the house. 25.8 on the inside of the house. And then do you need me to bring that table down?
Yeah. Before
Okay.
I get started, I have a quick question. Remember
Yep.
how we were doing another question? Am I supposed, if there's no number next to the 8?
You would add a 0,
Okay.
but we haven't had a problem like that yet.
Okay.
Go ahead and give this a try, please.
So 2 doesn't go into 2, right?
Yeah, 2 goes into 2 though, goes in one time.
Oh.
So then you multiply and bring the 2 down, right? Or the 5 down, I'm sorry.
5. We ask ourselves how much
How many times does 2 go into 5?
2 go into 5, 2 times,
2 times, very good.
and then after
And then 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract, bring the 8 down. How many times does 2 go into 18?
2 go into 18, 9 times.
9 times. Very good. 9 times 2 is 18. So you get 0. And then from here, you just have to figure out where to put the decimal. So the decimal goes right up above, so it's 12.9 is your answer.
Okay.
All right, why don't you let Michael know that I'm ready for him, and thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Good job today, and we'll just keep going. Hey, Michael, how are you today? Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, we're gonna work on some division before we get into multiplication. So let's work on some problems here together. Our division and multiplication. So this is just a math fact. Can you tell me what is 12 divided by 2?
I was gonna tell you something that about dividing. I never learned how to divide.
Okay. Got it. That's good. That's good to know. Okay, so think of this as 2 times some number equals 12.
Okay.
Like, you know, multiplication, right?
Yeah.
Or you can look at a multiplication table, right? Like I had one here for your sister. So 2 times what number? Sorry, I know there's a lot of moving around here. 2 times what number gets you to 12?
6.
That's right. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. Let's look at another one. And do you have a multiplication table?
No.
Okay, you definitely want to get one printed. I'll try to remember to send your dad a note for that. Okay, let's look at another problem here. 24 divided by 6. This is the same as 6 times some number is 24.
Okay.
So if you, I'm sorry, say that again.
Said nothing.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'm just waiting for this thing to load the screen. All right, so yeah, I mean, this is the problem is I don't want to have to snip this in every time, but I will. It does help. So 6 times what number gets you to 24?
4.
4. So 24 divided by 6 is also 4. Okay, so let's do this again. Let me see if I can do this differently here. Let me put the table in here, and we'll put the problem to the right here. 20 divided by 4 is really the same as 4 times some number equals 20. Can you tell me what that number is, please?
Okay. 5.
5, yes. Very good. Okay, let's try another one here. How about 6 divided by 3? And that means 3 times some number equals 6.
2. I mean
2.
1.
Yeah, 2. Very good. So this is also 2. Now let's try one a little bit more difficult. Let's go 48 divided by 8. This is 8 times some number equals 48.
6.
6. So do you see how every division problem is really a multiplication problem?
Yeah.
And that's how we're going to learn it. So let's do another one here. Let's do 16 divided by 4. That's 4 times some number is 16.
Okay, I just write it down.
Yeah, of course. I know I'm going a little too quickly.
4.
Yes. Okay, let's let me bring this table down. We'll do some more problems. I'm glad you brought this up to me because it allows me to help you better by working on problems that you need. So what is 10 divided by 2?
5. I mean,
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Let's go 35 divided by 5.
5.
So this is 5 times some number equals 35.
7.
7, yeah. So 35 divided by 5 is 7. Okay, let's try another one here. How about 60 divided by 10?
6.
It's 6, yeah. How about 45 divided by 5?
9.
It's 9, yeah. You're really getting this down. That's excellent. How about 90 divided by 15?
'Cause
Do you have an answer for me?
No.
Okay, so it's 15 times some number is 90. Do you see how there's a row with 15 in the table?
6.
6, very good. Okay, let's try a couple more here. How about let me grab the table again, sorry. Let's see here. We got 12 divided by 3. What is that?
1.
Nope. 3 times some number equals 12.
4.
4. Very good. So 12 divided by 3 is
4.
4. Very good. How about 22 divided by 2?
11.
Yeah, great. Very good. How about 40 divided by 5?
8.
Okay. How about 36 divided by 9?
4.
Good. Let's see here. What else you got? Okay. I'm sorry, my screen just needs a moment to load. 14 divided by 7.
2.
2. Very good. All right. So eventually you'll be able to do it without this table. That's the key here. So how about let's see here. Let's go 54 divided by 9.
6.
That is 6. Good. How about 56 divided by 8?
7.
Very good. About 121 divided by 11.
12.
Try again.
11.
It is 11. Very good. About 80 divided by 8.
10.
It is 10. Very good. Okay. All right. Let's see what you got here for problems. So I think last time we were working on some multiplication problems. Something like this, like 657 times 3.
Yeah.
Does that seem about right to you?
Yeah.
Okay, 657 times 3. Do you remember the first two numbers that we multiply together?
7 times 3.
Okay, so that is 21. So the 1 goes here and the 2 goes above the 5. That's the carry. Now, what are the next two numbers that you multiply?
3 times 5.
Okay, that's 15. Plus the 2 is 17. 7 with a carry of 1. So now you multiply the 3 and the 6.
20.
3 times 6 is not 20. Try again. You need that multiplication table.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What is 3 times 6?
18.
18 plus the 1 is
18.
19. Okay, good. All right, let's try another one here. I'll bring the table down. All right. So let's say we want to do 459 times 6. Let's try this one here. What is 6 times 9?
54.
54. So the 4 goes below and the 5 goes above the 5. That's the carry.
Okay.
And then you take 6 times 5
30.
and then add the 5.
35.
It's good. So it's 5 with a carry of 3. So now you take the 6 and you multiply the 4. 6 times 4 is, what is the result?
24.
Okay, plus the 3.
27.
27. Very good. You ready to try one on your own? Yes, the answer is yes. You can do this. All right, let me just snip this, move it down to the next part of problems here. So let's go 197 times 5. Give that one a try, please, Michael. Hey, Michael, how are you doing on this one?
Good, but I was gonna double check.
Okay. Do you have an answer for me or do you want to check it one more time?
I'll show you the one that I did, and then
Why don't you check it? Take a moment and check it. I mean, checking your work is very important.
okay, I double checked it.
Okay, so 5 times 7 is 35. That's 5 with a carry of 3. 5 times 9 is 45. Plus 3 is 48. So that's 8 with a carry of 4. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9. Is this your final answer?
Yeah.
Well done.
95.
Well done. Well done. Okay. So let's look at a new problem here. Let's go to a 2-digit problem, 48 times 31. So this is new. This is a 2-digit times a 2-digit.
Okay.
Okay, so the way you do this problem is you actually treat it just like you did before without the 3. So I'm gonna erase the 3 for a moment. What is 1 times 8?
8.
And what is 1 times 4?
4.
Okay. Now when I put the 3 back in, you have to put a 0 in this position. So you always put a 0 in the second row.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you take the 3 and you multiply the numbers just like we did with the 1, but we're going to put the numbers offset in one position. So what is 3 times 8?
Excuse me?
What is 3 times 8?
16. No, wait.
Do you need that multiplication table?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me grab it here. All right, what is 3 times 8?
24.
Okay, so you put a 4 down here with a carry of 2, and then you take the 3 and you multiply it by the 4. What is 3 times 4?
12.
And then you add the 2 to it to make
14.
14. Now there's an additional step here, which is to add vertically. Can you do that for me, please?
Yes. 8 plus 0 is 8.
Okay.
4 plus 4 is 8. And
Just bring the other numbers down.
okay.
Okay, so let's try, we got time for one more, okay?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do 61 and 35. This is our new problem here. Let me snip in the table. Okay, so you start with the 1, you start with the lower right number and you multiply each of the numbers above it. So it's 1 times 5 is
5.
5. 1 times 3 is
3.
okay. And then this is different. You put a 0 down below.
Okay.
So you always put a 0 down below. We did that in the last problem, and that's the different part of this.
Okay.
Now we're going to take the 6 and multiply it by the 5. What is 6 times 5?
30. 30.
So you put a 0 with a carry of 3. What is 6 times 3?
18.
Okay, and then add the 3.
21.
21, very good. So now you add the numbers together. Can you add those together for me, please?
5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 0 is 3.
Okay.
And bring down 21.
Perfect. Very good. Okay, well, I think that'll do it for us for today, Michael. We're going to end our lesson here. Good job today. We covered some new ground. Very good. We'll keep working on division next week. And I hope you have a good rest of your week and weekend.
You too. See ya.
Okay, bye now.